finally, I get to touch on this. There was an article written with the Cleveland.com with Chris Haynes saying Scottie Pippen believes he was LeBron James before LeBron James. Now, when I first saw this, I thought this was just idiotic. I didn't believe it, and in my mind, I'm thinking like, you've got to be kidding me. This is the second time he said something so stupid. And yes, I said stupid. It was written with Chris Haynes, and he essentially thinks that he was LeBron James before LeBron James. He was the first tier, and he broke the barrier for what a small forward could do, being as powerful and elusive as LeBron is. And I'll read you the quote. I was LeBron James before LeBron James. I'm no slouch, but when comparing LeBron James, his game, I'm usually left out. They want to compare him to the greatest, whether it be Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson. But he's more closer to myself, he said. It's natural for folks to say that, but if you look at how he plays the game and how I played the game, you'll see more similarities with us. Now, when I first saw this quote and read it, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. But you know what? He's right. I looked at the numbers. I looked at the physicality. I looked at a little bit. I went back and looked at some of the highlights and the way Scottie Pippen played, because he was before my time. I'll admit that. I didn't really know how effective he was. I knew that he was a defensive beast, but I didn't really know how dominant he was because it was before my time. I'll admit that. So I went back and I did some research and I looked at the two. And Scottie's got a point. I gotta agree with him. Scottie played 17. LeBron, he's still playing. Scottie was 6'8". LeBron's 6'8". I mean, Scottie was 210, but LeBron was 250. So I mean, there's a 40-pound, 50-pound difference between what LeBron actually weighs, because nobody never knows. Scottie was a seven-time All-Star. LeBron's an 11-time All-Star. Scottie's a 3-time NBA first team. LeBron's 8. He's an 8-time NBA first team. Scottie averaged 16 points per game, which is a little bit skewed because of the backlash of his career. He was obviously not in his elite mode anymore the later couple of years of his career. LeBron is averaging 27 points per game for his career. Scottie had 5 assists. He averaged 5 assists. LeBron averages almost 7, 6.9. Scottie averages 6 rebounds. LeBron averages 6 rebounds. From the free throw line, Scottie shot 70%. LeBron is shooting 74%. Field goal percentage, Scottie is 47.3%, and LeBron is almost 50%, but 49.6%, I think. Yeah. So, I mean, when you look at that and when you look at the numbers and compare them, you have to essentially agree with him. He's not just, he has a point here. But when you look at the way they played and the physicality they play with and how they merge that into their game, I think Scottie Pippen was a better perimeter shooter by far. Because what I noticed, Scottie Pippen, he wasn't afraid to pull up from 3. In transition, if he would steal the ball or block someone's shot, he would stop at the 3-point line and shoot. LeBron's not doing that. He's going to the hole because he knows he's not a good shooter from the perimeter. So when you take into account, when you look at that, essentially in the way they played, in the physicality and the power and the force, they both have similar characteristics. So I think he's got a point here. Now, here's where I question Scottie Pippen. In 2013, you said LeBron James is the best player on the planet. However, you said Michael Jordan is the best scorer on the planet, which was ridiculous, totally ridiculous. Ridiculous statement. That was the first ridiculous statement he's made. So, Scottie Pippen, my question for you would be, are you saying you're one of the top 5, top 10 best players in the world to ever play the game? Because you said LeBron James is the best player in the world. And you compare yourself to him. You said you were LeBron James before LeBron James. So are you saying you're one of the top 10, top 5 best players in the world? That would be my question to you. Come on, man. Look, when you make these ridiculous comments, they stick with you. They don't go away. So you need to be real careful about what you say. Because this is the second time The second time you've said something that people took it in the wrong way, but you bailed out on this one. You got lucky because you caught yourself. The first time you said LeBron James is the best player in the world and Michael Jordan is the best scorer, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. He said that in 2013. This year, you say LeBron James. You were LeBron James before LeBron James. So my question to you would be, do you think you're one of the top 10, top 5 players in the world to ever play the game? You better be careful, man. You better be careful. This is the second time you've almost slipped up. You know, I don't know if you're getting bored or you're trying to make these ridiculous comments. Everybody knows you were a little bit jealous of Michael Jordan. It was obvious. You carried the Bulls in the 93-94 season when Jordan retired. We know. You balled out. But you got to be careful. Be careful what you say, bro. Because these are all on the record. All these quotes and comments you make. So, you know, just keep living. Keep taking pictures with the Kardashians or wherever you are and just be careful. Don't go around disrespecting Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and anybody else. LeBron James, you know, you have a point on this one.